What is the investor experience that investment managers need to understand?
Yeah, it's a great point, David. So in my view, what's happening is that we've always looked at this from the other side of the fence. Really, back office, middle office, front office, the investor gets what I have to offer. There's an opportunity here to actually flip that entire model on its head and focus on the investor first. What does the investor really need? And what they actually need is the ability to interface very easily with their general partner. And the best way to do that is usually through a web-based platform, over the cloud, with easy access to the information about their investments, their ability to actually quickly get into new funds, and their ability to be able to engage with that general partner on a regular basis. That process of being able to connect people, processes, and technology from the back office all the way through the investor experience, highly fragmented and doesn't really exist in most organizations. We're not going to be able to change the back office aspects of that because the general partner has a fair amount contributed to that in terms of capital, both human capital and hard capital. So really the focus is on what can we do to improve that investor experience. And my view on it is it's really simple. What do investors want? They want access to accurate and timely information. They want reporting in a format that makes sense to them. They want to be able to engage with their general partner in a way that they can ask questions and get answers back quickly. So the ability to be able to do that over time is something that I think is still sorely needed within our industry. There have been attempts to actually try to do this in the past, but I think we're seeing some new influx of folks from the CRE tech side that are actually addressing this problem from the customer side first, as opposed to addressing it from the service provider side. So that to me is really sort of the biggest change and one that we really need to focus on going forward. What we have today is if you look on both the general partner side and the limited partner side, we have people that are about in the same demographic and people who aren't really digital natives. And so as we start to move forward and there's a changing of the guard on both sides, those folks have actually lived with better sources of information from their experiences in other aspects of their lives. So they're going to look for that ease of use, get to the data very quickly. I know that it's accurate. I know that it's timely. I think that that's all coming into play now, and I think we're going to see that as more of a demand. That'll be table stakes going forward. At the end of the day, investors only have one thing to sort of focus on. Who am I going to work with? Returns are roughly in the same range. So what really counts is how well do I like my experience with you, right? At the end of the day. So the extent that a general partner and a fund manager can deliver a very enjoyable experience to that investor, you're going to want to work with that general partner more frequently, right? So I think that that's just a natural outcome of this. If we look at sort of what's happening on the consumer side of the equation, any company that's being successful on the consumer side has focused on the customer first, and then they design their platform in order to meet that customer need and ultimately to delight that customer. We have that opportunity in commercial real estate and investment management. Over time, I think that as we see that generational changing of the guard, there's a couple of things. One, ease of use, get to the data. Can I drill down as far as I can in the data? The interesting thing about that is it'll generate questions from the advisor that the general partner has to answer. So the general partners are going to have to step up their game as well. But I think that's actually a good thing. It improves that relationship between the two parties, makes it easier for me and makes me more comfortable about investing in your fund. So I think at the end of the day, there's a real opportunity for both sides to have mutual benefit out of using a better platform to engage and basically transact over time in terms of investors providing capital and investment managers providing great results.